Welcome to Outback Cooking Company's YouTube channel. It's been a hot minute since we've been here. It's still spring here in Colorado, maybe spring slash winter. We need a little comfort food. The sun is out, but we're still tied up inside. We haven't got back outside to our campfire yet. So today we're after some comfort food. We're gonna make a simple recipe, shepherd's pie. What is shepherd's pie, Joe?
Pie that's made by shepherds.
Do I look like a shepherd?
I don't know how to
answer that question. Shepherd's pie, I suppose shepherd's pie was made by shepherds. Historically, it's probably made from lamb and potatoes. Maybe it's an Irish dish, is that right? It did come from England. We are going to use beef. We have some leftover brisket from our dinner we had the other day, so we want to incorporate some leftovers as we preached before. We got some fresh red potatoes. We're going to throw in some frozen vegetables.
Wait, who was that guy that we talked about when it came to using leftovers?
Yeah, that was Wasteful Willie, wasn't it?
Wasteful Willie,
yeah,
he's still wanted.
He's around somewhere. He's wanted, so we're after Wasteful Willie today. We've got some fresh carrots we're going to be using. Throw in a little parsley for decoration. We're going to make a couple tweaks to the recipe. Typically, shepherd's pie is made with a layer of lamb or beef on the bottom, some vegetables, peas, carrots, etc., and then mashed potatoes on top, and then baked in a casserole dish. You could make this in a Dutch oven. It's a great simple cast iron Dutch oven recipe that you can use outside for camping. Today we're going to make it in our field skillet, and we're going to cook that right here in the kitchen. We are going to incorporate a couple different styles of potatoes. We're going to make some mashed potatoes, and I'm also going to fry some potatoes and layer those on top, just for a little bit of a decoration, something a little bit different texture-wise. We're also going to incorporate a little bit of our Wyoming rub here. If you've got some fresh sage, thyme, rosemary, that pairs well with these potatoes. We've kind of got all that incorporated here in this, what we call a Wyoming rub. It's a mild rub used for fish and game and lamb and that kind of thing. So stick with us here, and as we move along and get started, it'll be a fast, easy recipe. And then we're going to place the potatoes in cold water. Place the potatoes in cold water, then we'll warm these up to a boil, simmer for about 10 minutes or so until they're just softened. I like to leave the skin on. I just enjoy the texture of skin on mashed potatoes. We'll take those out and drain them. Then we're going to mash those. We'll put a little butter, half and half. That's going to be our simple recipe today, a little salt and pepper. That's how we're going to make these today. And also at the same time, we're going to slice some of these red potatoes that my partner picked up for me. And we're going to use those in a different fashion on the same dish. I'll show you that in a moment. I'm going to fry these potatoes for a few minutes to bring out a little bit of crispness to the potatoes. Ultimately, what we're going to do with that, we're going to fry that in some oil, kind of pre-cook them, and then we're going to place those on top of our mashed potatoes as a little bit of a decoration and just to offer a little bit of a different texture. If you're at camp, you don't have a bunch of skillets or ovens with you, we're actually going to make our shepherd's pie right in this field skillet. I'm also going to fry my potatoes beforehand in this, leave a little flavor in the bottom of this. We're just trying to be as conservative here as we can, demonstrate kind of how it might work out in the field. We're going to put a little bit of olive oil in the bottom of our pan. We want it hot. I've rinsed the potatoes, got the starch off of the outside, and they're just going to fry a little bit better in this pan. We're not going to fry probably more than about 7 minutes, and then we'll remove those and then prep our casserole dish in this same pan. You don't want to put the potatoes in the oil before it's hot. Otherwise that oil will soak into your potatoes. The idea is to have hot oil, drop the potatoes in, then the oil stays on the outside, the potatoes just fry that way.
So is that why you put the one potato in to kind of judge when it's ready?
That's what I was doing today, yeah. If you had a thermometer with you, you could do that. I don't have that with me today.
That's a good tip though, especially for if you're out in the field.
Does it true that if you watch the water boil, they won't boil? I don't know about that, but it sure takes a long time because the lid's off. That's the problem. Put the lid back on your potatoes. Bring the heat up faster, right? I'm also going to add a little salt to that. For the fried potatoes, I will lay a paper towel in my colander. Dump those potatoes in there. I got too much going on here. I'll let that oil soak into the paper towels, get the outside of those potatoes dried from the oil. So I wipe the oil out of that pan, and then I'm just going to place a little bit of butter in the bottom of that. The pan is still hot. Let that melt. All right, those are prepped. Next step today, Joe. We're going to add about 2 cups of our chopped beef to the bottom of this pan. We're going to add in about a tablespoon of tomato paste, probably about a 1/4 cup of beef broth, and we will also add in, of course, a little bit of our brush fire barbecue sauce, just to take it up a notch. Next, a 1/4 cup of beef. Why can't I say that? Why is there an L in beef broth today? Brush fire, about a 1/4 cup of that. And a tablespoon of just regular red tomato paste. Tap on the side, Joe. Makes that sauce come out like you want it. Yep. Got to add in some peas and corn. I've chosen lima beans today. Used to hate lima beans as a kid, but they're edible. Add a little color to the recipe. A little more Wyoming seasoning. This is your sage, rosemary, thyme type seasoning. We've got some different things in here to give it some authenticity. You can find this at some point on our website. But if you don't have this, sage, rosemary, thyme, depending on the meat you're using, I think we're set there. We've got our softened potatoes here, red potatoes with skin on. Pretty simple, kosher salt, pepper, about a 1/2 stick of butter. We're gonna dump that in first, let that melt, a little bit of kosher salt. You like pepper, Joe?
I do.
I like pepper in my potatoes. We'll start with about a 1/2 cup of 1/2 and 1/2. I'm gonna finish letting that butter melt, and then we'll adjust our 1/2 and 1/2 and butter as we move through here. We might have to add a little bit more. I'm gonna add a little more 1/2 and 1/2. Now I've got the smash and turn. Is that a dance move?
The smash
Could
and
it be?
turn.
It could be a TikTok.
This
dance.
could be a TikTok dance right here.
Let's do it. What does it need to look like?
I think I want to see what you think it should look like.
I have no idea. It's not the sprinkler. I can't even do the sprinkler. Now I'm getting ready for lunch. Texture's good. A little more salt. half a teaspoon of pepper, roughly. Maybe not quite that much.
Hey,
Now
that's
we're talking.
pretty good. That's pretty
Got
good.
some rhythm. All right, I think we're set, folks. Next step, I'm gonna use this ice cream scoop. Take our mashed potatoes, layer that on top of our beef and veggie mixture.
This is just one of those things that you look at and you know instantly is a good idea.
It seems like a good idea. Oh my goodness.
I like the look of this with the skin on.
It gives it a little bit of a texture to it, doesn't it?
I've never seen that done before with shepherd's pie.
Well, I've never done it before, that's why.
Tell you what, it looks fantastic.
Shepherd's pie, prospector pie. I think it's prospector pie now. It's in a prospector pan. This is like what they would gold mine with, right?
Roll with.
Yeah. Prospector pie. It's going in the oven at 375. Leftover brisket, some root vegetables, onion. What else we got in there? Some carrots. Had to throw in some lima beans, a little bit of corn, some homemade mashed or smashed potatoes. We're doing this potato smash. You saw that on TikTok. Check it out. A little bit of green onion for decoration. Instead of bacon bits, we got some chopped burnt ends. Layer that on top. It's going in the oven for probably 25 minutes, 375. I'm getting hungry, Joe. All right, Joe, you hungry?
Yes.
We got this prospector pie ready to go. Again, 25 minutes on 375. It's looking good. We're gonna dive into this. Just got all the good stuff in there. Carrot's got a little crunch yet. It's perfect. It's a good way to force your kids to eat lima beans right next to the brisket. All right, guys, thanks for hanging with us today, trying out this new prospector pie. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll keep feeding you guys recipes, literally, and we'll keep feeding ourselves some of these great tasting recipes. Check out our website. That's what helps support us. We've got sauce we used today was brush fire, but we've got other sauces and swag on the website. Mostly just follow along, enjoy what we're doing. We'd love to have you. Leave some comments. If you do or don't like what we do, let us know. Gosh, we're gonna try to help you out. We really want you guys to be able to find an easy recipe to cook on a given day. We want to be good to you. If you got any questions about the exact ingredients in our rubs or spices, we might not tell you exactly what's in each one of them, but we'll give you some substitutions, and we want to be good to you. So thanks for hanging out with us today. Everybody go home and give this baby a try. It's good stuff. Stick with us here and as we move along and get started. I don't have my camping plate. I need my camping plate just to make it look official.
And don't be a wasteful Willie.
No wasteful oil.
Tom Cruise is gonna run.
Every movie you run.
Smash cuts to like 30 shots of him running from all the different films.
I think we should do it just for fun. I think we just incorporate it in every one we do. Quarter cup of beef broth. Next, a quarter cup of beef. Why can't I say that? Why is there an L in beef broth? We're videoing. I forgot to shut my phone off. A quarter cup of beef broth. Can't say it today.
No, I'm curious.
Beef broth. I'm not gonna overdo it on here. That might be overdone. I'm not Martha Stewart, that's for sure. I haven't been in jail yet.
Nor are you friends with Snoop Dogg. That I know of.
Could be.
I think it's because it's got the... And
I don't know where it's at today, but it's not working for me.